What's up, everybody, and welcome back to A Beer A Day with TK. It's a rainy one here in Findlay, Ohio, and Anders and I are hanging out in the beer shed, getting ready to check out a new beer. What's going on, my brother?
Well, it's nice to be able to actually get out here to the beer shed once again after the great flood earlier this month.
The great deluge. It was terrible.
But it sounds like there's another one coming, so...
I think it's going to rain like 6 of the next 7 days, like 100% chance of rain. And the river already looked... It has a waterfall, but it was like even because the water in the river was so high, so that's going to be flooded. Luckily, my house, other than this little stream down here, doesn't flood, though.
But the stream does cut us off from the beer shed.
It does, because it will literally be like a body of moving water. Last summer, ducks were creeping down there and swimming around in it, and my dog was trying to entertain. You know how it is. So, the beer we have today is called Heineken Silver. What do you know about this one, man?
I found it in your fridge. That's all I know about it. Where did you find this, and why is the can all dented up?
I stopped on my way home from the prison at a gas station to get like bread or something, or milk or something for my wife, and I saw this, and I never had it, so I figured I'll pick it up. But then when I was coming back to the car, the plastic crappy bag they gave me broke, so it fell out and dented the top part here.
Were you picking up bread to feed the ducks?
No, I wasn't. I'm picking up ducks to feed my dog, you know.
But I know nothing about this whatsoever.
Yeah, I know, I mean, from the can, let's see what we got here. It's got a little blurb. Heineken Silver is brewed with an ice-cold lagering process at -1 degree Celsius for an extra refreshing taste and crisp, subtle finish. Premium malt lager. So is this like Heineken Ice minus the ABV? Because it's only 4% ABV.
Malt lager?
Malt lager.
I don't think I've ever heard the term malt lager.
What are your thoughts on Heineken in general?
Garbage.
Really?
In the U.S. I mean, it's actually quite good if you get it pretty fresh over in Europe. But in the U.S., it's usually pretty skunked because it's always in the green bottles,
yeah.
And it's not.
I get those mini kegs for that device, and I think that's okay. But in the bottles, I agree with you. It's kind of.
I don't think I've ever had it out of the mini keg, but in the bottles, I memean, it's never protected from light, so it's always light struck, and it's just generally a crappy beer over here. But when you get it fresh over in Europe, it's a good beer.
I don't mind it in the mini keg. I just don't buy them because they're kind of expensive for Heineken. You know what I mean? Like you're paying like a premium to drink Heineken, and it just is not worth it for me. But every once in a while, I grab one. I mean, I've probably gone through a couple a year, so I don't hate Heineken. But I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out, you know, what this is or what the need is. I mean, I don't think I see anything that said it's like low carbs or anything like that. I mean, I know people want low carb beers sometimes, but
yeah, I don't know what this is other than
refreshing taste. Extra refreshing taste. Ooh, okay, so I guess it's refreshing and extra refreshing.
My opinion is it's just a gimmick to get you to buy Heineken.
Yeah, that's my guess. But usually when you do these like the Corona Premier and all that kind of crap, it's always like you might have a lower ABV, but it's usually lower carbs or some other selling point.
Is this a lower ABV than Heineken?
I don't know.
We didn't look.
Look it up on your phone. I don't know. Heineken's got to be over 4, I would think, normally. Let's check it out.
I don't know. I'm not the connoisseur of Heineken.
Yeah.
But I have no idea.
I mean, I know most of the Euro lagers
What's it say? 95 calories.
Does it say
there is something up here on the top of the can. I just noticed
that
it.
Green bit?
Since you didn't look very well. 95 calories per 12 fluid ounce. So
okay,
is it supposed to be
it's Diet Heineken. But they already have a Heineken Light, don't they?
4.4% alcohol. Hard to read when you crush the can on the side.
It wasn't me, it was gravity.
Maybe this is to replace Heineken Light.
Did they get rid of it?
Maybe they reformulated it to be the new
Silver?
Heineken Light.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I think it sounds like the world's most unnecessary beer. That's what I think.
I'm sure it's a marketing gimmick.
Yeah.
We should be able to get two.
Yeah, we should get full 2 12-ounce glasses out of this, roughly.
Close enough.
We're going with our iconic jam jars. I know these are a big hit on the Isle of Man and other places throughout Europe.
Don likes to use them once in a while.
Yeah, that's right. All right. You ready to give this a sniff?
Yes.
I will say it doesn't have the skunky smell of Heineken I'm used to picking up. So
No, not at all.
But it is canned, so maybe that's positive. I don't pick up a ton of this
I mean,
at all.
it can't really get light struck if it's in a can.
Right, but I mean, I'm not picking up a ton of scent at all.
I don't smell anything.
Now, I just got over being sick for about 2 weeks with a sinus infection, so my smell might not be 100% yet, but I pick up.
I don't smell anything. I had a nice white frothy head.
Yeah, I had a little one there, it dissipated, but I mean, you know, it was okay looking. Smell is just, I don't know. Lightly sweet, maybe?
Maybe. If that. I mean, if you really use your imagination.
Yeah, if you really get your nose in there, lightly sweet, but other than that, nothing much. Color, If we break out our Brew HQ chart, it's crystal clear. Got a few fine bubbles floating around in there.
Not a lot, though. I've got some
No.
big bubbles sticking around the bottom. Maybe you didn't clean up the glass too well.
You washed that glass. Mine is good.
I have way more carbonation than you do, I think.
Well, yours was poor as you poured last, though, so maybe you just
Yeah.
got a bit more, but not much going on there.
I have
Color-wise,
a lot more carbonation than you.
it is slightly darker than I thought it would be, to be honest.
Like a 4?
Yeah, maybe like a 4, pale gold kind of color. Looks all right. Ready? Let's give it a shot. Cheers. That's weird. Body is light bodied, so we'll get that out of the way. It's
Very light bodied.
yeah, bordering on watery here. Taste, you get a light sweetness, a light grain, and nothing.
There's almost a little bit of an adjuncty kind of
Yeah,
aftertaste, kind of, but it's subtle.
yeah. Let's see, ratings wise, 4% EBV. I said that already. 9 IBUs. Untappd gets a 2.81 with 31,000 check-ins. Beer Advocate surprisingly a 3.09 with but there's only 15 check-ins and an overall score of 78. Okay. For me, I honestly, I'm not picking up a whole heck of a lot. This is like,
It's beer water.
yeah, I would take regular Heineken over this any day of the week.
Absolutely, yeah.
This is, like I said, a light grain, multi-grain kind of thing, a light sweetness to it. Not much of a hops presence, really.
I mean, if this is supposed to be like their new light beer or whatever,
Yeah, that's what it tastes like a light.
I might take this over a Bud Light or a Miller Lite.
Yeah, but I mean, that's, if someone asks you, would you rather be electrocuted or get the guillotine or the firing squad, and you have to choose one, but none of them are particularly appealing, that's kind of what I view it as. I don't dislike it, but I certainly don't
It's just
like
there.
it. Yeah.
It's just there.
For me, Heineken Silver would be an eh. It's not so offensive that I'd say I would never drink it again and turn it down, but it certainly isn't good enough that I'd buy it again. I mean, if I could, I'd certainly choose regular Heineken over this in a heartbeat. What do you
Yeah,
think?
I wouldn't search it out. I wouldn't buy it. If you handed it to me, I would drink it. I mean, but to be fair, Wednesday night when I was out at Steel Panther, I was drinking Mick Ultras because that's what was the free beer.
That's rough, my brother.
That was the beer that was free. So
yeah, free beer is free beer.
I mean, but I would not buy this again.
So what are you going to rate it as?
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, I agree.
it's not the worst thing out there.
No, it's all right. I mean, could you crush a few of these? Sure. But is it, I don't know. At 4% ABV with not much in the flavor department, I think this would just have me peeing constantly.
Do you remember what you paid for this?
$2 or something. I think I got it at Kroger. It wasn't much, maybe $2 and change, something like that, or maybe $1.89, or you know what I mean, $2 range. Nothing, wasn't crazy expensive.
I mean, if I was going to go the cheap malt beverage route, I'd probably go with Mickey's over this.
Yeah, Mickey's. I quite enjoy Mickey's. That's my cheap beer. If I have to have a go-to, get me effed up for $7 beer, it's going to be a 6-pack of Mickey's, not this. Is what it is. It was interesting to try. I know the macros are always trying to do some different stuff here and there and stay relevant in the beer market instead of just, turning out the same thing you've done for hundreds of years or whatever.
While they buy up and close down craft breweries.
Yeah, exactly. Well, they ruin everything else. Nonetheless, it is what it is. It gets an it's serviceable. Nothing special about it, but not particularly off-putting. Hopefully you don't think we're particularly off-putting, and you give us a thumbs up. Also, if you like the video, please hit subscribe. If you have any comments or questions, if you've ever had Heineken Silver, jump in down below. Let us know what you think about it. Hey, till next time.
Cheers.